Hi guys, Commerce with Mac here today. In this video, I'm going to explain you what are the questions will be tested in your Cambridge O Level Accounting 2023 exam. 7707 is the paper code. So now before we move on to the video, I want you guys to remember one thing, that last year also I predicted what will come to 2022 May June, and 75% of the prediction was exactly correct. So today also I have a prediction list and I'm going to give you which will come to the exam. So you are super excited, I know, but before we move on to the video, subscribe the channel. Let me explain you about my channel, about me. My name is Aslam Khan. I'm doing this YouTube channel called Commerce with Mac, and I teach commerce related areas, accounts, economics and business. Most of the time I also teach you guys how to create money through YouTube. So let's start the today's content. Now you might know that I have taken prediction of 2022, 2021 and 2020. So I'm going to say all these 6 and then say what other questions will be tested in your paper 2. Now you might know that 35 MCQs is going to be tough on your paper 1, because you might think that how do we score 35 marks, because will it be tested in the entire overall. Predicting paper 1 is not that easy. So my concern, paper 1 is going to be the entire syllabus, so you need to know thorough understanding about entire syllabus. If you want to score on paper 1, you should practice as much as possible. Maybe 10 years of papers, if you practice, you might be able to score better on your exams. But to paper 2, we can predict exactly what will be there on the paper. So I have predicted 5 questions. You all know that you are tested in exams, 1 question 20 marks and 5 questions will be almost 100 marks. So let me give you a prediction of mine, then say why I predicted these things. So let's move on to the video now. Now as I said to you guys, our prediction is always right. So I'm gonna predict your 2023, you can see here, paper. So I'm going to explain you what will be there on your exams. So there are 5 questions. The first question I have predicted a sales ledger control account. Let me explain you why we can expect a sales ledger control account. On the previous years, you might know that from 2022 October November, if I see that in question number 1 or maybe for the question, all 5 questions, they have not given a sales ledger control account. They have given a purchase control account on October November. So of course they won't ask in the new paper, and it might be. And also if you see 2020 May June, they have not asked anything related to control accounts. And then if you take October November 2020-21, they have given sales and purchase both control accounts together. And again 2021 May June, they have not given any control accounts. And then 2020 October November, they have not given any control accounts again. And 2020 May June, they have given a sales control account. So if you see that the way they have given on all the 5 years of papers, 3 years of papers, 6 sets of papers, they have not requested sales ledger control account. The last time they requested was 2020 May June 2020 May June. So if you see that 3 consecutive years they have not requested, so this time there might be a sales ledger control account. The second thing is about source documents. Source document is there in all the papers. You take all 6 sets of papers, 17707, all the papers have source documents. So you have a complete idea about source documents and primacy books, and I advise you, you will have a definite question on that. Every year you will have around 4 to 6 marks out of the 100 on this particular small topic. But then don't consider as small. People think it is easy, they lose their marks by not studying it. And 6 marks is not that an easy mark. You can even pass, you can even fail from that marks. Now the second, the next thing on question number 1. So on question number 1, I predict sales ledger control account, then I predict source document, and then third thing is the cash book. Because if you see 2020-22 October November, the previous paper, they have not asked a cash book. They have not asked anything related to cash book on 2020 October November. Again 2020 May June, they asked a cash book. So maybe I am predicting the same cash book will be tested in a bit different way. And if you see 2021 October November, they have not asked again cash book or anything. And 2020 May June, 1 May June, there was a petty cash book. So now when I say cash book, I am meaning exactly petty cash book as well as a cash book. So either one of this will be tested on your question number 1. If you see 2020 October November, there was a cash book, and then again 2020 May June, there was no cash book. So if you see the flow, cash book, petty cash book, petty cash book, it goes in that way. So now here there was a cash book in 2020 May June, and then again 2020 October November, 2020 October November, there was a cash book. Then 2021 May June, there was a petty cash book. Again 2022 May June there was a cash book. So either cash book or petty cash book, you can trust me, there will be a question on your paper 1. So that's the paper prediction of question number 1. Moving on to the question number 2. So there are 3 things which is going to come on your question number 2. Starting with the manufacturing account, first one. Because if you see manufacturing account for the previous years from 2020 October November, they did not ask until 2021 October November. So 2021 October November was the last time they asked manufacturing, and also income statement was asked on 2021 October November, 2021 May June, and then they asked on income statement on 2020 October November. If you see the series of questions they asked consecutively for 3 years, and they took a gap for 2 set of papers, which is 2020 May June and 2020 October November. They did not ask income statement. So this time you are going to get a manufacturing account and an income statement definitely, guys. So you should be able to learn those topics. And then third is about on the second question. The third C part might be most probably advice. Most probably advice can be source of finance, like why you need to take a bank loan, why trade credit is good, why trade payable is better, why trade receivable should fasten up the payment. So this type of questions will be tested on your so that will be most probably 5 marks. So you should know how to write advice questions, because most of y'all doesn't know. You all only think that scoring on numerical areas is important, but almost you are not noticing that in accounting there are almost 20 marks theory which people are not noticing. That's where you are taking a big problem, because knowing numerical is important, but knowing the theory is also very, very important, because that 20 can actually pass you or fail you. So the third question I'm predicting on this time 2023 May June is going to be clubs and societies, subscription account, accumulated fund, subscription income and expenditure account, and also a trading section. So this is a complete question you are going to get this time, and trust me, you will get a question on this. So why? Because in 2022 October November, if we see this question, we are not getting any subscription account, and again in 2022 May June they ask incomplete records. So this time incomplete record is very less chance to come if you see the prediction. And so, again if you see 2021 October November, they did not ask subscription, but if you take before years like 2021 May June, they had a clubs and society, and again 2020 October November they had a clubs and society, and 2020 May June they did not have anything. They had a subscription account, so like clubs and society. So if you say 2020 May June, 2020 October November, and 2021 May June is having a clubs and society. After that consecutively 3 times they did not ask, which means there will be a question definitely on subscription area. Very careful, guys, that's a very important area. You can watch the past papers links on this below description. Learn, and also learn the knowledge as much as possible. I want you guys to take a good result. That's my intention. That's what I am explaining, what will come to the papers. The next thing in question number 3 might be accounting concepts. Now accounting concepts is like tested in every papers for 4 marks. They might ask accrual most of the time. Now you will also have a doubt. So what is the concept will come. So previous years, if you see, they have asked realization concept, accrual concept. Then also they have asked about NRV. Most probably they have asked about materiality. Materiality concept they have asked in 2020 May June. So materiality won't come this time. So my prediction is like business entity, or maybe prudence or accruals on depreciation area. But my concern, learn the concepts. It can be a 10 mark, 10 concepts which all know, from realization to business entity. Learn all these 10 concepts, because that can be tested high on your paper for 4 marks most probably. So then we move on to the next part, is about question number 4. Prediction is about ratios. So now ratios is since if you see in 2022 October November, we did not have a ratio question. And if you take 2022 May June, we had a ratio, or a small area, liquid ratio around 2 marks. And if you say 2021 October November, we did not have a ratio question again. They had a ratio question, a complete question, profitability. A complete 20 mark question was there in 2021 October November. But here we are going to like profitability, and they have asked a lot of ratios about how turnover days work. Those things was tested on 2021 October November. So you all need to know 2021 May June there was a ROCE ratio. So and 2020 October November there was a ABC, a big part of ratios. And again 2020 May June. If you see, ratio plays a big role on your exam. Every year they are testing, and it's considerably tested in every year. But last 2 years they did not test, which means this time that will be tested highly most probably worry about ROC because that's where you guys find it difficult, and trade payable days and trade receivable days, those areas where students feel a bit complicated. I have put the ratios link in this description. Watch that and learn it. And then the next thing in question number 4 can be a depreciation question, because depreciation did not come for so long with a disposal account. If you see 2022 October November, they did not give a depreciation question. They had a bank reconciliation, but as whatever was tested on the previous year will not be tested this time. And also guys, this paper assumption which is in my hand is also attached in this particular video and the PDF, and you can download by going to the link of this video. So I want you guys to have a copy of this, because this will give you a complete idea about what I am trying to explain you, because it's no point I explain and you don't try, because you need to know what you are going to do in exams. And then if you see 2022 May June, there was a depreciation small part like advice, straight line method or reducing balance method. Which method is better? Again, that's a very straightforward one. If you see 2021 October, there was a depreciation and a provision for depreciation sum. So this time I'm expecting this depreciation, provision for depreciation and a disposal adjustment. So most probably you should be very careful. And if you take 2021 May June, they did not have depreciation. No, they did not have. And 2020 did they have? No. And 2020 May June they did not have. So you see that for the entire 6 set of papers, once it was tested, so once tested can be again tested anytime. You should be very concerned. And the next thing is about suspense account. So suspense account is highly tested in every paper. Let me explain you how it is tested. So now you will understand 2021 October November suspense was not tested. Okay, but 2020 May June suspense was tested for one complete question. So in suspense account they give you correction of errors, like 6 adjustments to correct and put it on a narrative or not no narrative on the journal, and then they will give you a draft profit and show the exact draft profit. That's how suspense account is going to be in all the papers. And 2020 October November there was one suspense account complete question. 2021 May June there was a complete suspense account question. 2020 October November there was a complete suspense account question, and 2020 May June there is a complete suspense account question. As examiner has asked 5 years of time, either they can ask suspense account or bank reconciliation, because consecutively he reminded about suspense account. But be aware, on question number 5 can be suspense account or a bank reconciliation in both, but I will say focusing on suspense account is very important than bank reconciliation. So this is my paper prediction. So let me put this paper to a side, guys. What I want you guys to know that this prediction can be not 100% perfect, but it can be 75% to 80% with my decade of experience in teaching accounting. I have made an analysis, and you all have already watched my videos and you all really know who I am. So in teaching you might have understood a lot of things, and my intention is for you guys to score better on your papers. What you all need to know is just believe yourself, and if you want to score more marks on your exam papers, what you need to do is know this analysis, download the PDF, share this video to your friends, let them also score better, because if you don't have time to learn everything, this is the right time to learn the exact thing. So I would suggest you all of you all to do 10 years of papers, but then focus on these areas what I have said, because this will be definitely coming to exams. See you guys with another video. Commerce with Math I have predicted economics and business studies, and upload soon as possible without no much editing, because I have no time to edit as your exams are nearby. Let's watch together, and if you share this to your friends and more subscribers comes to my channel, that makes me motivated to give more contents to A level, AS level areas as well. See you guys, have a nice day. Commerce with Math.